of the mountain provinces. The Philippines has 7,107 islands. One of our major islands is the island of Luzon. And up in the mountains, the Cordilleras, well, the word wonder Ifugao rice terraces is found. It's what we call our mountain provinces. Here they are, our costumes from the mountain provinces. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the beautiful and colorful Kalingas. You see our warriors? You can distinguish their costume by the color of their weave. These are all hand-woven. These are the Igaos. All the dances of the Igorot are imitating the birds. Whatever they do is all imitating the bird. That's why the men, they decorate themselves with feathers. They dance, but these are the warriors. We call them the Idao. Idao is a very small bird that the Igorot hunt. Because before harvest, they have to kill the Idao. It's a bad omen for a good harvest. And these are our warriors. As you can see, our dancers are wearing the Igorot in complete authenticity. Beautiful. And there's another one. They are Idao. Next, we have a groom from Salit. This is a wedding outfit. When the groom marries, you notice now, they are again imitating the bird. This is the hornbill, we call Kalaw in the Philippines, a Latin mountain province. So it makes the groom very ornate, beautiful. He's now ornated with fabulous jewelry, even wears a belt made of bone, and he has the cloth to wrap the bride around. And this is the Kalinga Salit male. Here the ladies are going down on the rice terraces carrying a jug of water in the earthen jars called banga. Now we have a dance, not doing it this year, but here beautiful Allison, of course she's wearing a beige color shirt because even today, you can go there and you see these ladies coming down from the mountain getting the water completely bare top. It's not obscene, it's beautiful. They're all singing as they're going down. They're going down like that in the rice terrace from 4 o'clock in the morning. By the time they get to the village, water is ready for cooking, washing, everything. Beautiful. And this is the banga costume. Again, hand-woven fabric. Now how can you tell? Ifugao has dark blue and black. Kalinga wears all. So you can see these are all Kalinga. Now every year, the Igorot, they have a festival called Kayao. Kayao means you see them all dancing like birds. They're all flickering like birds. And this is the male costume of the Kayao festival. As you can see now, they have a vest, it's normally woven. Again, the G-string is there. Men ornate themselves. The original is, of course, bones, made of bones, boar, or how do you call it, wild boar bones. And you can see them. So let's give them a round of applause. Our people from the mountain province, we continue with them as we bring our ladies. Okay, here are 3 ladies. Here Becky is wearing the festival, the Kayao festival for ladies. You notice these are all authentic. And Becky at the back, you notice she's wearing a belt? Ornating? And what do you think this is? The Igorots wear it because of the beautiful birds. You know, they have those big tails. So when Becky goes around, you see how it flies? It attracts all the males. When they're all dancing, you see all their tails. It attracts the males. The males don't know where to look at. It's all about birds. Igorot is all about birds. And here Becky is in a festival outfit, the Kalinga. Why Kalinga again? Red colors. Totally different, black and white. And here Taylor is wearing, from another region, still in the mountain provinces. They have these unique overlap blouses, and they weave black and white. Of course here this is a costume, but in the region, they weave it in black and white. And Taylor is holding a bamboo instrument called akong. Okay, now this is from the Benguet tribe. Who's from the mountain province? The Benguet tribe, fabulous color. All you see them is black and white, black and white. You can tell immediately, Benguet. If you see who goes to Baguio, if you see them wearing colored, Kalinga. If you see them in blue and black, it's Ifugao. Now you saw earlier our Salip groom. Okay, he's ready to get married. This is now the outfit of the bride. Victoria here, more ornate because she's the bride. You saw earlier Rain with a blanket. He wraps around his bride. He's insinuating, "Hi, you are my cut. Ikaw ang huli ko, ikaw ang asawa ko, ikaw na ang akin." Of course, she ornates herself to attract the male. And here, you see all the ornament. Again, a lot of red, so it's Kalinga. But what's unique with our bride? This is authentic. We got from Baguio. She's wearing a headband made of snake bones. You can imagine at the back, "Tito Joey, I don't want to wear snake bones on my head." Wear it. We're having a fashion show. So it's beautiful. Now the Igorot, they're very, very nice in ornamenting it. They put as much snake bones on their head to decorate. So let's give a round of applause to this lovely lady. From the Mountain Province. Now, in the 15th century, a Portuguese navigator landed in the islands of Philippines. They say they discovered it. It's not true. Because when they landed, we had already our own language, our own writing and everything, and our own government called the barangay. And of course, all over was Islam. But because the Spanish were all Catholic, so they tried to convert the whole country into Christianity. The Spaniards came. They came, and we thought they would stay for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. They stayed for 500 years. Brought with them all the fashion, the language, Christianity, and almost 90% of Filipinos today practicing Roman Catholicism. The rest, we still have some Muslims in Mindanao who resisted the Spaniards and never embraced Christianity. So now we present the beautiful costumes of the Philippines that transitionalized in the lowland. They're not the mountain people. In the lowland, they saw all the Spanish wearing all these in the walled city of Intramuros. Wow, Filipinos love to copy anything. Even if they were dark and short, they all wore this gown. You can imagine the streets of Manila with these beautiful ladies roaming around. So these are just some of the costumes. Our first one is called the Timawa costume. It's just one. A lot of them wore umbrellas, like big as modeling. Isn't that a nice costume? I hand painted it. Nice, huh? You're gonna see them later performing. They're making the hand paint. We just designed it. Here's another type of costume. And here we have Camille in a Turkish costume. They also copied the hat that was brought from Spain. Of course, this is fake, this is styrofoam, but we call them the straw hat. And they had the fans, anything. That was the first time the fans was introduced to the Philippines. And of course, the panuelo is nice. The panuelo actually it became smaller and smaller, but the original was the shawl, the manton. But then it's so hot in the Philippines made it shorter and shorter, and it became like an overlap, but it still looked nice. And the sleeves, as you can see, the Maria Clara sleeves here, with Janina also wearing it, they were long. Did you know that from this dress, the Maria Clara, it became shorter and shorter because the Filipinos were so hot, shorter and shorter, and eventually became the terno. Got it? It's from these sleeves that the butterfly sleeves is born. Now here we have Janina. These are the rich Filipino Spanish. They were the highly educated. They were the only ones allowed inside the walled city where the Spaniards were. The ones who were poor Filipinos, they called us Indios. No good people, uneducated, absolutely wrong, absolutely wrong. We were more educated than the Spaniards. But this is how they look. The Filipino street, they walk the streets of Manila with these costumes. Isn't that nice? Black and white. Let's give them a round of applause. Our Recuerdas de Europa, or Memories of Europe. And our next three models, we're still on 15th century Philippines. Ah, do you like what you see? Fabulous, aren't they? These are now the transition of the Manila Club. The Spaniards brought with them all their dances, and so the Filipinos copied them. And here you have different transitions. We have a black and white. Again, now the abanico is more elaborate with hand-painted. Lace has been introduced, and here one color flower was introduced, pinetas. Over there, look at the apron, the white fabric. And then embroidery, intricate embroidery was introduced by the Spaniards from Spain. When the Filipinos saw it, not only did they embroider, Filipinos are so skilled in embroidery and beadwork that they put it over to the men's barong. That's how eventually evolved the Barong Tagalog. All the embroidery from Belgium and Spain was introduced to the Guayabera. Did you know the Barong Tagalog origin is the Guayabera? It came from Mexico, Acapulco, brought to the Philippines. Only the Filipinos could wear it down to the walls of Intramuros. But then it became more and more elaborate with the embroidery. And the men's Barong Tagalog, this is how long Barong Tagalog was in the past. This barong was done by Aurelio Alonso, one of our famous designers. And our gentleman is wearing a real authentic squash hat. Ano ba squash? Ano? Upo. Hindi upo. Kalabasa. Kalabasa, right? It's a real kalabasa hat. And this is from Ilocos, Ilocanos. If you want one, buy it in Ilocos. It's beautiful. So these are authentic. And Alex here is wearing one of the long Barong Tagalog. And the Filipinos, when you're rich, you have to wear a vest with a tailcoat over the barong. You can imagine how hot it must have been with 90 degrees in the Philippines, wearing a vest and a tailcoat in the day. Let's give a round of applause to our lovely ladies, senoras and caballeros. In those days, they called us senoritas and caballeros. Thank you, ladies, gentlemen. Now we bring you to one of the major islands, down south, the biggest island in the Philippines, the island of Mindanao. The first Filipinos, before Islam was introduced, were all aborigines. Did you know that the Filipino category has been changed in the last 15 years? We are not anymore under Asian category. We're under Pacific Islander. So when you buy your passport, you check Pacific Islander, not Asian. Because our history is, we were Polynesians, we were Tahitian, we were aborigines like Maori and New Zealander, we call Aitas, but they were actually aborigines. And then 14th century, an Arab got lost from Saudi Arabia, traveled to Asia by camel, ended up somewhere in Malaysia, became the Malay Peninsula, and then they said there were land bridges. They could go with their camel all the way to the islands of the Philippines before the big flood. When the flood came, we were detached from the main island of Indonesia and Malaysia. And there, they introduced Islam. 1400s. So that means Islam was only introduced for one era, because the Spaniards came on the 15th century. So we thought they were there for a long time. Wrong! They only were there for a short time, and immediately the whole Philippines was Islam. And today, there are still about 2 million Filipino Muslims living in Mindanao in peace with the Catholics and the Filipino. And here are some of their colorful costumes. They never embraced Christianity. What we have here is a handsome prince from another village. And he wants to marry a beautiful princess who is the daughter of the Sultan. In the Philippines, we have different sultanates. Here we have a lovely dress called the princess dress, and she is also a princess. You will see later in Singkil at the 6:30 show, Melissa Barrido. You see the intricate, beautiful wedding gown. The Muslims really intricate their brides. You know, they even cover them. Melissa is wearing also an authentic headdress. This is very authentic from Mindanao. Very heavy, and then they wear the fan. Again, indicates the bird. The princess dances. In Mindanao, they follow the movement of the peacock. In the old days, the white peacock was released by the Saudi Arabians on the forest, and only members of the royal family can hunt the white peacock. But the Muslims, they said, they don't call it white peacock, they call it the golden bird, the origin of the bride. She's the golden bird. During marriage, the prince and her try to show their skill in bamboo, clapping bamboo. She's trying to imitate with her fan all the movements of the peacock. And the prince is trying to outdo the princess. And then the ending is, wow, they're married. Huh? That's Singkil. Singkil is named after the belt anklet she's wearing. They're made of brass belt. And that's Singkil. And that's where the dance name is. Here we have a slave. April and Melissa are sisters. April just passed nursing exam. Congratulations, Melissa passed last year. So here April is wearing a slave. Now in the Philippines, in the dance, she put the umbrella over the princess. Real one, if you go to Mindanao, she follows the groom. The ladies does not get the umbrella. Wherever the groom goes, he gets the umbrella. The ladies under the heat of the sun. Remember that? Always the man is more important in Mindanao, huh? The man is always more important. The men are all clapping, boo, the ladies say. And April is wearing a beautiful slave gown. And later she will be dancing. It's called Asit. And she is the royal slave of the prince. But she will be with the princess. So yeah, let's give a round of applause to April, Melissa, and Sam, who flew all the way from San Diego to model for us the prince. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Okay, we're still in Mindanao. Now we have the Maranaos and the Badjaos. What I lovely wearing here, this is called the turban, and they have all the malong. These blouses and pants that they're wearing are Badjaos and Maranao. They're authentic, all the way from Zamboanga. This is our food cover. You find them in Malaysia and Indonesia. These headdress they're wearing are normally white headdress that the ladies wear when they come from Mecca. Did you know that in the Muslim religion, male or female, you must go to Mecca once in your life? It's like military, but they include the lady. When you go to Mecca, ladies what? You come back to Mindanao, you get to wear this, they all know that you're holy. You're holy for 1 year. Meaning, you also cannot work at home. Wow. You wear brass fingernails. And so the ladies get so bored, they're done with their brass fingernails because they're so bored, but they cannot work because they're holy. They just came from Mecca. After 1 year, they're given triple the job per household. Huh? Okay, here we have the Malo and beautiful. These are sister team. We have Desi and Dana. Let's give them a round of applause. Desi and Dana Dolores. Thank you, ladies. Later they'll be dancing these. We're still in the island of Mindanao. Now we give you the Maguindanao people. To this day, the people of Maguindanao is still asking for autonomy to be an independent state outside the Philippines. But it hasn't happened for some reason. You know, there's so many Christians living there. So Maguindanao was one of the richest kingdoms, the Sultanate. As you can see, all the glitters and everything. Here we have Christine and Edna. All these brocade umbrellas. To this day, if you go to Mindanao, you still see it during weddings. Ay, salamat. My shade of it's nice. Huh? And they wear these. They have beautiful brocaded costume. Very expensive, all hand woven. Edna there too. This veil that they have, they can only wear it like this when they came from Mecca. Okay, so it's beautiful. Now, our gentlemen here. Here we have a Puntaw sila. Okay? They fight with their tris. But they also use fans. Why do they use fans? They must have gotten it, or we must have gotten it from the Chinese. When they do the fans like that, it confuses the opponent. And then suck up the opponent. And why is that fan? They don't act up with the fan. And then stop. Off you go. Goodbye, you are the wicket clip. Huh? Nice, huh? So we have a dance called Puntaw. And here we have a typical Maguindanao man. Long, you see this also with Afghan and Pakistan costume. So this is Philippines, it's made of cotton. Embroidery over there, and they're wearing the beautiful Maguindanao skirt. One moment. Thank you, ladies, gentlemen. Appreciate it. Let's give them a round of applause from Mindanao. We have a special guest. Let's give a round of applause to the tiny little Angelina. She said, Uncle Joey, I have a Muslim outfit. Can I model too? Welcome up. Angelina, come on, give me your shirt. You showed me. Go there. Over there. I should show what you showed me. Come on, pose. There you go. That's it. There you pose. Now you come towards the Joey. I want the model walk. Come on. Up here. Uh-oh. Comes the sister. Uh-oh. There, Angelina. Place them. Wow! Place them. Fabulous. Let's give Angelina a round of applause. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very special guest. An entire family. Dad, mom, daughters, grandchildren. The Covarrubias clan wearing all their Muslim outfit. That is from Zamboanga. Let's give a round of applause to the Covarrubias clan wearing all the different costumes of Mindanao. Atras mo lang. Wow, look at that. All the colorful costumes. The ladies on your farthest right are wearing minority costumes with all the trinkets. And now we have the bajaus. These are minority costumes from the Tiboli crowd. Beautiful, authentic blouses. Their beadwork and the malo. And there we have the Bajau tribe. If you notice the Bajau, you can tell because they have this sablay. They're wearing the sablay and they're normally on the stilt houses of Mindanao. They live on water. They don't pay taxes because there's no land. So they're in water. You know them, the Bajau. The new movie of Nora Aunor, The Womb, is based on the Bajaus. So you have to watch this. You can tell them because listen. We have here, this is a beautiful, beautiful batik, lovely dress. Huh? And here's mom and dad. This is authentic Muslim, and of course there's Roy from Zamboanga. And out of mom and dad came in all these grandchildren and the two lovely daughters. Here's Mary and we're now more Bajau. Oh, this is Yakan. Yakan is from Zamboanga, another tribe, totally. You will see how the weaving and the colors, they wear black. Yakan, beautiful. And again the Tiboli. Let's give a round of applause to the Covarrubias tribe. Beautiful. Now the island of Mindanao is not only inhabited by Muslims. Before the Muslims came, we already had aborigines and ethnic tribes we call the minority tribes of the Philippines. They're not Muslims, they are pagans. They practice paganism to this day. But they are the most colorful tribes of the Philippines. And people think, historians think, that they originated from mainland China thousands of years ago because of the similarity of costumes and colors. So now here we have the Blitbilaans. As you can see, the Blitbilaans, they have their authentic belt that they're wearing. They have the skirt, all the ornaments. Again, you notice the presence of the birds. These are the Blitbilaan. They performed the dance yesterday. If you were absent, unfortunately we're not dancing it today. You missed Blitbilaan yesterday. And here is a Blitbilaan guy. They normally have a sablay, again very authentic. And here, on the bottom of his pants is the tinalak. Tinalak is a fabric done by the Bilaan or Tibolis, and it's made of banana stems. They dry it in the sun, they pound it, they dye it, and then they weave it, and then they put candles or wax. So it's very, very delicate. It's called the tinalak. And here's another tribe, the Tiboli. You notice now the Tiboli? Very colorful. If you Google China, old China, you will see almost identical. So maybe true, maybe not. But nobody knows where they originated. But they live in the Philippines thousands of years, before the Muslims came, before the Spaniards came. And here, the Tiboli, they have these hats. To this day, you will see almost identical hats in China, up in the mountains of China. China is enormous. There are about 1,500 tribes. One of the tribes looks almost identical. Even the weaving. We're so proud of them, the Tiboli. Here are the Tiboli. The minority tribes of the Philippines. Let's give them a round of applause. Are you learning something? Good. Finally, we bring you to the lowlands. These are the people from the rice field, the Tagalog region, the Kapampangan, Visayan region. They are all now wearing, they are what we call mga provinciano. They're not from Manila, they're not the very, sophisticated people. They're simple people, they love to dance for harvest, good wedding, baptism, everything. So here, we have what we call the balintawak. And here, this is modeling the balintawak. You notice now that the sleeves has gone short. Oh, Dana. And the sleeves has now gone short. Eventually, out of the balintawak, it became a formal gown called the terno. You saw now the sleeves has disappeared because in Luzon, it's so hot. Here, the men will be doing a dance later called bako. This one is from Ilocos region. Why? You can tell to the Ilocos, the ladies always bring their skirt up. They always pin it here, and you always see their camisón. If there's no camisón, Mama and Papa said, you're not leaving the house. You cannot show your legs. You have to have camisón. Ladies, di ba? Sino ba nakaabot ng mga half-sleeve ng camisón, di ba? I know, isn't it? Ilocos is very typical. Ilocos has this two-part sleeve and we call the camisa. Okay, and here's another version of the balintawak with a hat. This is from Visayan region. You notice all the colors. Why the colors? Because of the hot sun of the Philippines. And here, another one, the subli. The Filipinos could not afford the Spanish castanets. And so they said, we can do that now. And of course the Spaniards said, you have no castanets from Spain. Filipinos said, we can make them out of bamboo. Okay. And the Filipinos dance all the flamingo dances, including subli, you'll see later. They dance all of it. Bamboo, no garter. And the dancers will have to learn how to use the bamboo. Let's give them a round of applause. Our dancers from the rural area. A special gift. Now she's wearing the beautiful Philippine flag in the terno. Angelina, look at her. Itsura din ang lahat. Wow, here Angelina. Beautiful. Look at that. There you go. Look at the other side. Look at them. Look at the audience. Angelina was conceived with the dance company, rehearsed with the dance company. She knows all our dances by heart, and that's the mom. A dancer, she was conceived while we were rehearsing. Oh, not while we were rehearsing, literally. I mean, mom said, Joey, I'm pregnant, I cannot dance anymore. What? But she attended rehearsal, so when she came out, she knew all our music. Unbelievable. So you can see a former member of our dance company. Holy cow, when she gets the lagita, naka-wheelchair, naka-home. Let's give Angelina a round of applause. Angelina also, thank you, opens, ladies and gentlemen, I got ready to advance to 8. Now, with Angelina starting it, we present to you the lovely ladies of the Sampaguita Ball Committee with the Parade of Ternos. Here you will see all the beautiful ternos of the Philippines. When Mrs. Marcos, or President Marcos became in power, Imelda didn't wear anything except the terno. She wore the terno all over the world, and the world noticed. What a beautiful dress, and what a beautiful Filipino. And of course, this was followed by 6 other Miss Philippines who won the Miss International and Miss Universe beauty pageant. Gloria Diaz, Aurora Piuan, Margie Moran, Melanie Marquez. Gentlemen, the Filipinos are known for its beautiful women. And here they're modeling all the different versions of the terno. Some of these ternos are done by Patis Tesoro, Aureo Alonso,